It's time, though, ladies and gentlemen, for Teaser Tuesday Division Round.
Song's growing on me.
No more Matt Brown on the guitar.
My attorney's a little aggressive, putting the strikes out on YouTube for all that.
You're too good, man.
Basically, yeah. That's what happened.
You're too good. Teaser Tuesday. Here are your lines currently as we do this Wednesday night. For the two games on Saturday, Titans 3.5-point favorites hosting the Bengals. Total's 47. Packers 5.5-point favorites hosting the Niners. 47.5 is your total. Then Sunday, the Buccaneers 3-point favorites right now against the Rams. Total 48.5. And the Chiefs down to 2 at DraftKings. 54.5 the total hosting the Bills. So obviously there is no Wong teasers here. But, in the case of the Bills, there actually is. The Bills would be a Wong teaser leg.
Yes.
That would be the only one.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, look, I think that any of the dogs outside of the Niners are teaserable for me this week.
Boy, you really think the Packers are going to destroy them?
I do. I do. There's that the thing is like the 49ers' weakness was just never tested last week. I mean, that was the weirdest thing about the Cowboys, was just like
they didn't go deep.
They didn't go deep.
Yeah.
Ever. The whole game. Like the one weakness is they never went deep, despite the fact that they have the guys to do so. I can assure you
49ers dead last DVOA passes more than 15 air yards downfield.
I can assure you that Aaron Rodgers is going to go deep.
Oh yeah.
Like assure you that he is going to do that. So yeah, I mean, I don't. And again, it's just also the circumstances, right? I mean, there's like we just mentioned. I was reading this on the break, and so this is an appropriate time to bring this up. Jimmy G just did his press conference, his weekly midweek press conference, to which he said the shoulder sprain that we talked about yesterday on the program definitely affected his throws in the game. And so this guy is saying that, yes, my shoulder is jacked up to the point that it affects my throws. And so we have that to go along with the, potentially being without Bosa. There's just a lot of stuff kind of going against the 49ers.
By the way, if that's true, and I have no reason to believe it's not, then what are they doing throwing the ball and he's airmailing it?
I know.
And getting a pick and making a coast game into a sweat.
Did he not go and tell?
Right.
Like someone, by the way.
Hey, coach.
Yeah, this is hurting me or something. I have no idea. That was just
to which a coach would never say, we'll still air it out.
Yeah. Completely bonkers.
My arm hurts. Get back out there and throw it.
Just throw it over somebody's head.
Completely bonkers. I mean, listen, if you told me, and again, we're down to only 4 games, so you would have to play unconventional teasers if you wanted to play teasers. There's not a plethora of games to choose from here. So if you said you wanted to take Cincinnati up to 9.5, or if you want to do a 6.5 to take it up to 10, I'm never going to sit there and fault you for that. I mean, I think with that offense, we talked about this all season long, and specifically here over the last month of the season, whenever we've seen what Burrow and company can do. I don't think that offense is really ever out of a backdoor cover, especially in a double digit number, right? I mean, at 10, I can't imagine that you would ever think that Bengals team couldn't come back and do that. Rams, I like them to win the game outright against the Bucs, so I certainly would like them at a bigger number as well. And then I think the Bills and Chiefs plays fairly close as well, if not an outright win for the Bills. So, I mean, I think any of those 3 I would be perfectly comfortable with.
Yeah, I actually ended up putting in a teaser bet last night. I played the Rams up to 9 and then the Bills up to 8.5. So
I would have no problem with Niners, Rams, or Bills. Whichever 2 you want there, I would have no problem with it. But in the case of the Bills and the Chiefs, there's always that possibility that the Chiefs could go crazy too.
Yeah, there is. I just think this is I think it's a tight game. I think it's a tight. You're right. Like it's stuff that I played the over in that game too when those numbers open. So yeah, I do expect it to be a higher scoring game. But I think it's just going to be, punch after counter punch with those offenses. So hopefully 8.5 gets me above that. But you're right, Gil. If there was. I'm more concerned about losing that leg of it than I am about losing the Rams.
Let's put it this way. Last week it was the Buccaneers was the Wong teaser leg, and you were looking for a dance partner with the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way about the lone Wong leg on the Bills here. Like, I don't feel it's the Bills or the anchor.
Oh, I think it's the Rams or the anchor. And then, then kind of like you guys said, no matter what else you want to splash in with that, I think Rams are the one to anchor around.
Rams-Niners. If I'm forced to do anything, it's Rams-Niners. If I'm forced.
Mine would be Rams-Bengals.
Bengals.
I don't like the Bills leg.
Yeah, it's scary.
As much as as much as those other two. The Chiefs, again, if everything is clicking, I mean, if everything's rocking and rolling, and for whatever reason, it not even have to be bad Josh Allen, right? It could just be like league average Josh Allen shows up, then yeah, that one could get out of hand. That's the one that scares me the most, I think, out of all those. I'd play 49ers, I think, even before I would play the Bills.
Rams-Niners for me, I think, hands down, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm with you on the, so we were throwing around this morning, how many of the dogs do you think win outright? And I think the consensus is it's the Rams. Like, the Rams are the one that could win outright. And I know some people who like all the dogs plus the points. But I don't know. For me, I think I'll have a money line bet on the Rams, just like I did with the Niners last week. I think I'll have a money line bet on the Rams. And then I actually think I'll take the 49ers plus the points, and I'll take the Titans minus the points. Like, for me, it's solidifying. I think I'm Titans laying the points, Niners and Rams taking them, and I don't know what to do with the last one.
Yeah, we'll be on the other side of two of those for sure. Yep. I'm already on Packers at 4.5.
That wouldn't be the first time.
I'm already on Bengals at 3.5. But I do have Rams at +3, and again, I wouldn't think twice about playing a money line either. Again, it's a very, very interesting situation with the offensive line also now added into this whole Bucks thing, right? I mean, Bruce Arians came out today and said it could go right up to Friday before they're able to really figure out what they're going to be able to do with their offensive line. And I mean, one of the keys that this offensive line is, one of the keys that the Bucs have had all year long is this offensive line keeping Tom Brady clean. And if Tom Brady, at 44, if he has all day, he can still sit back there and pick you apart and all that. But I mean, if they're piecing together an offensive line against this Rams defensive front with Aaron Donald, with Von Miller, and creating all these other guys that are able to, because they're going to have to account. That's the biggest mismatch here, right? Is so if they're piecing together this offensive line, they're not going to be able to block Aaron Donald one-on-one. So now they have to double team Donald, which then creates all these other lanes for all these other guys to come in and do damage. And so that's the thing for me is kind of the turning point there. I think the Rams here are the play.
I don't know if you guys caught in that game, though, in that Eagles-Bucks game. The announcing team even brought this up, but Bruce Arians saying, like, last week during a practice when being asked about all the injured wide receivers and stuff, he was like, as long as I've got Tom Brady in an offensive line, like, this offense can function. And now it's literally got to the point where the offensive line is now suffering. So I do think that's is definitely a concern for this Tampa Bay team.
You believe I don't know if we did this on air or off air. You believe we have the 8 correct teams, though? That these are the best 8 teams in football?
Pretty sure.
I don't think we get every year, but I do think we do here.
I mean, I think if you know what, I can't even say, because, I mean, maybe he is healthy and he's just bad now. I was going to say, maybe if we had a healthy Dak Prescott and he could actually run that offense, maybe the Cowboys would be at least be in the discussion or something like that. But maybe he is healthy and he just is not.
Yeah,
I think personally, I gave him enough time, Matt. So I'm willing to say, we got the right 8. Like, that was I put my money down on the Cowboys, defending that we were going to see a different kind of guy. We didn't, so maybe that's just what it is right now at the end of the season with the Cowboys. So,
I think we had a couple teams slip into wild card spots. I don't think we had any teams slip in here. I think they're all deserving, all 8.